Human beings have always needed social connections. In the modern world, digital technology is changing the nature of those connections. Ever wonder how AI is changing the way we love? Love is one of the most ambiguous words in the English language. You can love chocolate ice cream, you can love the movie you just saw, you can love a song, and of course you can love your romantic partner, your parents, your children, or even teammates or someone that you work with. Humans have a powerful need to belong and to connect. This is something that evolution has wired into us because in the history of our species, belonging has been one of the most important ways in which we survive and thrive. When we feel loved, that need to belong is satisfied. And lots of research shows that when people don't feel a connection with others, they suffer in all kinds of ways. If people feel loved, they're happier, they're more productive, they're more successful in what they do, their relationships are better, and they're more likely to live longer. In short, feeling loved on an everyday basis allows you to thrive. Can AI simulate love? Sure it can. Many people rely on chatbots to fulfill their need for connection, and the chatbots are remarkably good at that. So they've been trained to express intimacy, to express understanding and empathy in ways that many human beings struggle to be able to do. A chatbot, in theory, doesn't complain, doesn't make demands on you, is always available to talk when you want to talk, and never asks you to do anything that would be uncomfortable. Real-life partners do all of those things. Now, negotiating those things in real life is, of course, what makes relationships grow, and it's the essence of a connection with another person. We call that interdependence, the idea of making a life work with another person, and compromise is a big part of that. Well, you don't need to compromise with AI. AI is always going to do what you want, when you want, and how you want it. But in the long run, it's going to be harmful. Chatbot interactions are frequently one-sided. You don't have to be empathic back to the chatbot, and so you never learn to be a reciprocal partner in one-to-one connections. But people are selling themselves short when they do that because they're not building the kinds of connections that will lead to a genuine sense of feeling loved by another real human being. In our lab at the University of Rochester, we're studying love by looking at everyday experience. We have people keep records on a day-by-day basis of what went on. Was it a good day? Was it not so good a day? Did you really connect with your partner on that day? Sometimes we'll even signal people several times a day and ask them to report what's going on right now. And the reason we do this is to be able to look at what you might call the ecology of everyday life. We're looking not at necessarily what people feel in their best moments or what they would do when they're on top of their game. We're just looking at the natural ebb and flow of everyday life. What our work shows is that the way to create more love in your life is to approach conversations and interactions in a way that creates more love. That is, by really connecting with another person rather than trying to show your best side, show your real side. Show what's really important to you, what makes you a unique person, and at the same time, be genuinely interested in the other person. One of the best ways to create the experience of love for yourself is to show love for another person. Because when you show love for another person, you create an interaction that comes back at you. We use the metaphor of a relationship seesaw, C spelled S-E-A, to express the idea that often in our connections with other people, we may be sitting on a seesaw with part of us submerged under sea. And when we're submerged under the sea, that means that parts of ourselves are hidden. We're not showing parts of us that the other person can't see. When we lift up the other person, we lift them out of the water, and all of a sudden, parts of them that were previously hidden are now visible. That encourages them to lift us up, and gradually we become lifted above the water level so that the parts of us that were hidden all of a sudden come out. And often those are the kinds of things that are precisely necessary in order to feel loved. In a world increasingly shaped by AI, the thing that will remain most important about real love with real human beings is the idea that the other person is making a choice, that the other person is willfully and intentionally choosing to love you. AI can't do that because it's based entirely on its programs. A human being can do that. When we interact with other people, sometimes they don't love us, and other times they do. And that loving behavior is a choice that others are making. And what makes human love such a powerful experience is the recognition that the other person is choosing to behave that way, that they're seeing something in you that they care about and value and want to communicate to you.